Hey guys, it's your chemistry buddies. How's it going? Today we want to tell you a little bit about covalent bonds. Cause, as you know, bonds are what chemistry's all about. Okay, so let's get going. To start with, we should probably explain where you see covalent bonds in the first place. In chemistry, we like to say covalent bonds when we're describing the bonds between non-metallic elements. Okay, so now you know where you tend to find covalent bonds. But what exactly is a covalent bond? Well, to explain that, we're gonna have to take a little detour. So, the thing that makes two atoms want to form a bond is the noble gas configuration. Ever heard of it? You haven't? Then check out our video on it here. Anyway, here's a brief summary. Atoms of different elements tend to be social climbers, and most of them want to be like the noble gases. That means that atoms want to have exactly as many electrons as the noble gases at the end of their row in the periodic table. To get there, they form bonds with other atoms. And in the case of non-metallic elements forming bonds with other non-metallic elements, these bonds are covalent. So what do covalent bonds look like? We'll show you, using hydrogen as an example. Okay, so here we have two hydrogen atoms. Each one has an electron. Now, the two of them form a covalent bond, overlapping their outer shells to share the two electrons between them. Now, the two electrons are called an electron pair, also called a shared pair or a bonding pair. And what does the noble gas configuration look like here? Really simple, actually. The noble gas at the end of the hydrogen row is helium, and helium has two electrons in its outer shell, which is exactly what our two hydrogen atoms have now as well, but only because they're sharing. So two electrons are now part of one electron pair. Okay, so what do we know so far? Covalent bonds are formed between non-metallic elements, and covalent bonds have to do with electron pairs. But wait, there's more. What kind of things are made up of covalent bonds? The answer is small molecules for the most part. We're talking about O2, N2, CO2, H2O, and so on. Most of them are gases or liquids, but sometimes hard solids are formed with covalent bonds too. One example would be diamond. Okay, let's sum all this up real quick. Covalent bonds are formed between non-metallic elements, where atoms share electrons to form electron pairs. Substances made up of molecules held together by covalent bonds tend to be gases or liquids, but sometimes solids too. Sweet! I'd say we're done here. If you want to learn about other kinds of bonds, just click through our playlist. Later!